Hello. I want to show you my setup before I put my camera phone in the little holder here. I'm feeling proud of myself right now. I've got a little smarticles going on actually here. Okay, so one, I have a napkin in case Father makes me cry this time. The video yesterday, let me just say this. Paybacks. It's titled Paybacks. Video yesterday, he made me cry and snot myself on video for the whole world to see when they get here. I was telling Hannah last night, pride says, don't put that video on the internet. And humility said, put the video on. It's valuable. I put it on, obviously. But look, I have for my teacup holder, my son's deer target. His target, for his bow, he shoots bow and arrow for deer hunting. And this is his target. And it works great. It's just the right height. And, okay, I have an umbrella here because it's drizzling. It's been raining. But you see the sun is coming out. There's a little bit of sun right there, okay? To keep myself from getting wet, this is why you see that little bit of shade on my face. I have my grandchildren's umbrella that goes in that table here at this little fold-up chair. And I used Vanessa's hair tie to hold it to the chair. You know, Father says, do not despise small beginnings. And I don't. I'm just thankful for a new beginning. I felt like that this morning. When I woke up, the very first thought that came to me was, Christ is coming to me to set me free. Christ is coming. I know he's coming. Gave me great joy. Exciting. I have no idea where I'm going with this video. I usually don't. That's how it works for me. I just follow along. Okay, so I feel like there's some things highlighted that I'm supposed to share. One, I don't know if you noticed, okay? I'll show you. Ta-da! That truck that's always sat there. My old truck that I gave my son, Mr. Mitchell Man, is not there. I took it yesterday to go pick up Hannah. She's now driving Mitchell's truck, which used to be my truck, and the one I was sleeping in for a while until I had a brilliant thought to get my tent out and start sleeping in my tent. So that is a really cool story. I can hardly wait to share the story in completion with you, with the world, because it is so multifaceted. There's so much to this story. There's so much to, okay, let me start with, there's so much to just me. I'm the center of the story because I'm the common thread here. It's about me, the mother, and my children. Biological children, the ones I gave birth to in the natural, the ones I gave birth to in the spirit realm, and the ones that I adopted in the natural and gave birth to in the spirit realm. It's crazy. There's just so much to each person's story as individuals, and then how they're connected to me, and then how we are as a whole and in partnerships. It is crazy story. I love it. It's exciting. It's an amazing story. It's a beautiful story. And I can't wait to share it with the world, because it's just so cool how Father has put all the pieces of the puzzle together. And he put all those pieces of that puzzle together long before I was even created. This time, this season, he chose, put it on paper, in motion, in plan, thousands of years ago, before the earth was even formed, before he even created it. It says in Hebrews, he chose Christ to come to die for the disobedient behavior, thoughts, feelings, actions, attitudes, motives, actions, of the people before he created the world. The plan was in place in the beginning, before our beginning of time started here on earth. He already orchestrated it all, wrote the music, wrote the story, everything. This story, we're just walking it out. We're just walking out what he wrote all those years ago as the author. It's so cool. It's so cool to think that all those years ago, he saw it in his mind and wrote it out and spoke it. Him and Christ had that conversation, and I was part of that conversation, and my children and my grandchildren were all part of that conversation. Crazy. Crazy. I told my son last night, I was sitting in the shed, barn, whatever you want to call it, my little office space. He came out to the shed yesterday afternoon. Oh no, it was in the morning, I think. And he said, I put insurance on the truck for Hannah. And I said, I am so proud of you, son. I'm so proud of you. So stinking proud of you. In the beginning of the story, Father said to me, pool your resources. And I knew what he meant. What's mine is theirs, and what's theirs is mine, and what's theirs is theirs. Like the whole family. It's ours. And that's actually how I've lived my life. Years ago, years before this season, actually I'm in a new season. I changed into a new era. I heard that this morning. New era. New time. Yep, I believe that. Okay, so let's rewind. Before the season of the male child started, long before then, my neighbor would come over. I remember my neighbor coming over several times. She was without a vehicle, and she's like, I need to go pick up my kids from school. I said, keys are on the handle. You know where the keys are. Take it. And she would take my vehicle and run and pick up her kids and come back. That's how I've lived my life. My children are doing what I've trained them to do. They're just following my lead. Wow, that tea is really good. Okay, let me just tell you this. Hannah and I went to a Mediterranean restaurant recently. And we had ordered vegetables, a side dish of vegetables with our meal. And they forgot the vegetables. And I wasn't upset by that. And it was funny. The waiter and the busboy, they were eyeballing us. And I thought it was just Hannah, but she thought it was me. And I was like, I'm old. Like, this is how I was dressed. I had my little bandana on, do-rag, whatever you want to call it, that Donovan hates. He says I don't pull them off well. It looks terrible. And this exact shirt. And I'm like, they ain't looking at me. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, maybe they are. Some funny interactions. Just some really funny interactions. Oh, the hummingbird's back. You beautiful little bird. Comes every day. Sometimes twice a day. But I had to order. Okay, so he's from Turkey, this waiter. And he was asking questions like, are you a local? Are you around here? You come here often? I'm like, okay, this is not normal conversation. I have no idea why I'm telling you this. But I asked him, I said, I want some tea. What kind of tea you got? Because I like hot tea, and I've had their hot tea there before. But I couldn't remember what they had. And so he says, yes, our tea is, he listed them off, and I said, I want that tea from Turkey, the black tea. And so we had a conversation about it. I was telling him I love tea, so we started to have this more in-depth conversation about tea. And he said, it is from Turkey. It literally, they get it from Turkey. And I believe that because he was from Turkey. The whole restaurant, they're from that region. And then they forgot the vegetables. So I said to him, hey, I just want you to know they forgot the vegetables because it's time to get our bill. And I said, but it's no big deal. We're full. We didn't need them. I just wanted him to know that so he wasn't going to charge us for the vegetables. But also, hey, it's no big deal. They forgot the vegetables. And he's like, so he says, I'll make it up to you. You know, I'll give you a dessert. How about some baklava? And I was like, oh, dude, seriously, I wish I could have that. But I can't because of my diet. And he's like, no, you can take it home. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I can't eat it whether I'm full here or I go home and eat it. I can't eat it because I can't eat it. I can't do gluten. And he's like, I will make it up to you. How about some tea? I'm like, oh, honey, you're speaking my language now. I'm falling in love with you here. Okay. Yes. And he's like, I will get you some tea. I was like, okay. So he gave me this big, clear to-go cup container. Like drink container. One of those large ones of Turkey black tea. Look at that. So good. It's from Turkey. Black tea. The great part of the conversation was he asked me, do you want any honey with your tea? When I ordered the cup of tea. Actually, we got a pot. That's part of the conversation that was funny. And I said, no. I just drink it straight. And like, he loved that. That was the right answer for him, because then that led him into the conversation about they don't use any sugar in their tea. And then he looked at Hannah, he said, do you want some honey? And she said, yes, I want honey with my tea. Wrong answer. He brought her honey, but oh my God, we had so much fun. That meal was so much fun with those two guys. So much fun. But I'm drinking my turkey tea and it's really good. I still have a lot of it left in there. I'm just enjoying my waiter. Okay. What I think I want to talk about is manhood. Manhood. Because of the video that I did yesterday where Father was saying to me, and I knew this. He's told me that for years, but it hit me different yesterday in that video. And I still am not sure why it hit me so differently. It just pierced my heart somehow. It truly pierced my heart in some way. Let me share this. Yesterday, like I said, Mitchell came out and he said, I put insurance on the truck for Hannah. And I was like, I'm so proud of you, son. So very proud of you. So stinking proud of you, son. Now, that's important because Mitchell and I had not had a conversation about that at all. Like, there's so much I can't share, but I didn't say, hey, you need to put insurance on that truck for her. I just let things play out as they played out. But he wanted me to know that he did that because he made a special point to come out. Because I'm the only one out here in the shed. He came out to tell me he did that. And then he went in the house. And part of pooling our resources as a family, it's been a financial strain on all of us. Like, I'm homeless. I have no vehicle. What I have is a little bit in my tent. There's 3 bags, 2 backpacks, and like an overnight bag in Bobby-licious and Mr. Mitch Man's house. And then the rest is in a storage unit, which has been greatly reduced since there was a flood. I don't have much. I don't own much. This is why you see me wearing the same clothes over and over and over again. I'm literally living out of just 3 bags. 2 backpacks. One has art supplies in it. One has all my digital equipment in it. And the 3rd bag is my hairdryer, shampoo, like toiletries, bathroom stuff. That's it. And then I have a few, like 3 pairs of shorts and 4 or 5 shirts. That's it. That's it. I've been hit the hardest. But then my children have had to support me on this journey. They're in the fire. They've been through the fire too. It's been a financial strain on them all. And not just a financial strain, but it has purified their souls and their spirits as well. They've had to go through that purification fire. It's been a quite an ordeal for the whole family. And they have, the men, the boys, have been upset at times with me. Like, we have struggled we have fought for the relationship to remain. And to grow. After Mitchell left, I was sitting in the shed and this is what I said. I didn't ask Father anything. I just said this. I said, Father, I know Mitchell is stressed about the money. And I barely got that out of my mouth, inside my head. Barely got that statement out. And he said, how did he say it? I'm going to relieve him. And it was like, he's going to bring relief, financial relief, not just a little bit, but then it felt like it was great relief. Oh, they're leaving. He's proud. He's proud of that sound. He's a big boy. It felt like he was going to bring great relief, great financial relief for him. And then, right after that, I heard a sudden squall. Now, I follow some sailing channels online, and just recently, I had watched 2 or 3 videos where they had some sudden squalls, where they just, all of a sudden, a rainstorm out of nowhere appeared. And I felt like, okay, it almost felt like a deluge was coming, but in a good way. It wasn't like a bad storm. It felt like it wasn't just a sudden squall of rain, like a deluge of something good, but also a squall like I was gonna cry. Like, ah, ha, 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 like boo-hoo, like a baby squall. In a good way, like cry tears of joy. I was like, oh God, okay. I hate crying. I hate the snot. I hate the headache you get. I hate that ugly face you get. I just thought it was funny because it made me think, okay, there's great financial relief coming, because my sons have carried a lot. Carrying me has been, I'm a lot to carry. Just saying. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. I guess she'll die. I sing that to my grandkids sometimes. Ooh, the rain is coming. You're just going to get to hear the rain with me. Okay. I was thinking this morning, back to the very beginning of this, when I woke up this morning, I was like, Christ is coming. He's coming to get me. He's coming to pick me up and take me home. He's coming to set me free. Christ has a home prepared for me, and he's going to take me there. And I'm so excited about that. So I was thinking about Christ again, and I was thinking about yesterday's video, paybacks, that I did, about how I knew Father had shown me years ago that I was going to show people experientially what true womanhood looks like and what true manhood looks like versus feminism, toxic femininity, and toxic manhood, toxic masculinity. So in the world, we have toxic femininity, which includes feminism, and we have toxic masculinity. It's toxic womanhood and toxic manhood. I'm a virtuous woman. That's what he says. And it's been my heart's desire since I was a little girl to see women act like ladies, because they aren't ladies in their hearts and in their minds. And I'm not, because there's a lot of women out there who have the appearance of being a lady, but in their heart, they're not a lady. They're not classy inside. It's just they have the appearance of, because that's the narrative they want to put out to the people. It's a performance. We got a lot of actors and a lot of actresses playing roles, playing parts, because that's the kingdom they have built. They want, I see that, I used to be on social media, and there's positive and negative about social media. And I truly enjoyed the positives of it. But then the negatives, I can't take the negatives of it. And one of those negatives is that people are building this false narrative, the story that they've created, their own reality, Mythbusters, you know, Adam Savage. I reject your reality, insert my own. So they've built this kingdom that she's the queen, he's the king, and they want to be thought of in a certain way. That's what they build online, their online persona. It's their alter ego. It's who they want you to believe they are. Based out of their own belief system, that's what they show you. They're performing. They're acting. They're the star, the lead role in their play, their drama. They're building that, and they post what they want you to believe, they want you to see. And they hide the rest of that shit behind the scenes. And sometimes it's hidden from them because they don't even realize they're doing it. I saw that on social media, and it was so gross. So gross. People pandering to one another, placating one another, feeding each other's garbage, and wanting people to feed them. They built their little pedestal, and they have all their little followers, their subscribers, the people underneath their little underlings, propping them up, raising them up. See? Build me up. Tell me how wonderful I am. I just hated that. I was just like, I can't stand it. It's toxic. It's polluted. Ick. Ick, ick, ick. And I wanted to publicly say, you think way too highly of yourself. You are not all that in a bag of chips. What you're portraying is not true. It's false. It's a false narrative. It's a false front. It's fake. I see you. I see right through you. Other people can't see right through you, but I see right through you. It's a lie. It's deception. You're deceiving the people. Toxic womanhood, toxic femininity, and toxic manhood, toxic masculinity. It's so clear to me. It's crystal clear. It's pervasive. It's like in the Bible, he talks about a little bit of yeast works its way through the whole batch of dough. Everybody just copies everybody else. They want to be the Kardashians, like the Kardashians. I want to have her cheekbones, bones, and her butt, and her boobs, and her hair. We got to go get extensions. We got to get wigs. We got to get hair pieces. Like, it's just crazy. It's craziness. It's mental illness on a massive scale. Pretending to be somebody we're not. I can't understand that. I understand why they're doing it, but I can't live like that. I just cannot live like that. I have to be me, you know? It's too much work to pretend to be somebody you're not. It's fucking exhausting. You gotta keep that shit up. You gotta maintain that story. And you gotta add to it. You always have to be propping it up. It's so much work. I can't do it. I just can't. I'm too lazy in that way. I would rather be free and just be me. You can hate me. You can like me. You can love me. You can accept me. You can reject me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't need you to tell me how wonderful I am. I know who I am. I'm a virtuous woman in Father's eyes. I'm excited about redefining a lot of things in this world, especially redefining femininity, womanhood, masculinity, manhood. There's a better way, people. There's a much better way. It's harder, but it's easier. Because when I look over there in the world, I go, that's a lot of work to maintain, to build that kingdom and maintain it. That's a lot of work. And you get nothing positive to show for it in the end. It's going to all be torn down, and then you're going to have to pay for those crimes against humanity and yourself. I would rather do the work to build something different and have an investment, a retirement fund in the end. All positives. So what I'm saying is, it's work either way. And it's hard work working with Father. But the work is more rewarding, and you have something to show for it at the end. The work out there, I'm too lazy to try to juggle that shit, knowing I'm not going to get anything positive out of it. I just can't do it. I was thinking about that this morning. Redefining womanhood, femininity, redefining manhood, masculinity. Hey, that's all good for me. Positive. It's a win-win. Because then I didn't labor in vain. Which I knew I wasn't in some areas of life. But it hit me yesterday pretty darn hard in my heart. Pierced my heart that to think that I would not only get to experience the beauty of the work that I had done, the rewards, but also personally, but also in the world. I would get to, he always said to me, if you build it, they will come. It's Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. He told me years ago, you're going to build it. They're going to come. So I built it, and they're going to come. And that's a reward, and I love it. I think it's great. So I was thinking about Christ this morning, because I knew when I woke up this morning, Christ is coming for me. He's coming to set me free. He's coming to, quote unquote, rescue me, deliver me from the situation. I got a little raindrop on my shirt. I'm going to move forward a little bit. But also take me home, to be with him. So excited about that. And it made me think about him as a man. And I felt like I'd like to share that with people. My thoughts and feelings about Christ. In Christianity, they talk about him. They don't talk with him. They think they know him, but they don't know him because they're not intimate with him. They don't know who he is as a man. I've been intimate with him a lot of years. A lot of years. I know his character and his attributes, his fruit, his muscles, his heart, his mind, his thoughts. And he's so incredible. And let me share this. Years ago, when I entered into the betrothal covenant with him, I did so because I had no doubt that he loved me. I didn't know about Father. I called him God at the time. I didn't know about Holy Spirit, but I knew about Christ. I believed the Bible was real. Like Grandpa had always said, you got to either believe it all or none. It's all about Christ, right? And I had enough Bible in me to know that Christ was who he said he was. I believed he was deity. I believed he came to this earth as a natural man through the womb of his mother, Miriam, I believe she was called in Hebrew. No, we call her Mary in English. I believe that he was Father's son, implanted in Miriam's womb supernaturally as the seed, Father's seed. I knew he lived here. I knew he performed miracles. I knew he was crucified on the cross, and I knew that he rose again. And there were many witnesses to that resurrection, hundreds of people that saw him walking with scars in his hands after he had been crucified. To me, those were facts. Not just biblical facts, but historical facts. He was a man that lived on this earth. There's enough evidence in the archaeological side of things and historical documentation that I had no doubt. Christ was who he said he was and is and will always be, and that he loved me enough to die for me. I didn't doubt that when I entered into the betrothal covenant with him. A lot of other things were fuzzy, but that was not fuzzy. That was rock solid, clear, crystal clear to me. Crystal clear. Therefore, I was 100% in with Christ. Then over the last 30 plus years, I've been getting to know him as a man, his manhood, clean, perfect masculinity, manhood. And these are just some thoughts that I've had about him over the years. I just felt like sharing them. He is the truth. He always told the truth. He never lied. Let me share this too. When I look at the Trinity, Father, which most people call God, Jesus Christ, also Yeshua HaMashiach, Shiach, however they say it. Some don't even say that's right. Some say that's not right. Some don't even say, okay, I don't know, grammar. And then Holy Spirit, the three of them. I look at Father as he is like my dad. And I look at Christ like he is my husband, the bridegroom, right? Bride and bridegroom. And then Holy Spirit is my very best friend. That's how I see them, as three separate entities. And that's how I talk to them when I'm communicating with them. I talk to each of them separately because they each have roles, separate roles. They have three separate roles. When I look at Christ, I look at him as a husband. He is a husband to me. And he's a husband that's perfect. He's a man. He's a man who is perfect. And I look at his manhood on this earth. He never once, in 33 years of living here, lied to anyone. Not his mom, not Joseph, who adopted him as a son here on this earth. Not his siblings, not his friends that he was playing with as he got older, not to an adult, not to anyone. He never once lied to anyone. He's a man that always tells the truth because he is the truth. That's who he is. He's safe. He's trustworthy. I have security in him. He's not gonna lie to me. Ever. He's a man that's not ever gonna lie to this woman. Ever. He won't lie to any woman. Ever. Hi, Missy boy. Good morning. He's humble. He is the definition of humility. He's not prideful. He's not arrogant. He doesn't boast about himself. He's not obnoxious. He's not pretending to be somebody he's not. He's not acting. He's not going to give me a performance. He's not going to manipulate me. He's not going to use and abuse me. He's not selfish. He's not self-centered. He is all about me. Caring about me, loving me, putting me first above himself. I love that. He's honorable. He's honorable. That right there makes me swoon. He never treated a woman with dishonor. Didn't lust after her. Didn't oogle her with his eyes. Didn't think I'll do her. Didn't say it. Didn't think it. Didn't look at a woman with any disrespect in his heart, in his mind at all. He treated women with honor from the beginning to the end. He did treat them with honor. He always will treat them with honor. He honors women. He is a man who looks at women and sees their value and worth, even through the toxicity, the toxic femininity that they carry. They're a toxic woman, and he looks at them and he sees potential. And even if they're the worst of the worst, he treats them with honor from beginning to end. His whole entire thought process towards women is honorable as a man. I don't know if that gets you, but that gets me, because that's always got me. Because I don't see men treating women with honor. Not to the deepest core. I have seen some men treat women with honor, but I also know some of those men have had trouble with porn. So sometimes their actions are honorable, but in their hearts and in their minds, there is still the struggle of dishonor. And I'm not saying there aren't men out there who don't treat women with honor. There are men out there that treat some women with honor. But I just don't know a man that's never struggled at all, ever, with dishonoring a woman in any way, at any time in his life. Christ never struggled with that. That was not a struggle for him. That drives me nuts when that's poking out like that. He never struggled with dishonoring a woman. He always honored women. He is honoring women. He will always honor women. That, to me, the fact that he honors women and treats them with respect in every fiber of his being, leaves me in awe of him and his manhood, his masculinity. That's what men should aspire to be like. And it's possible to become honorable toward women for a man. Okay. I made a list one time. I sat down and I made a list. This is not an exhaustive list. It's just a list that I made one day when I was thinking about Christ. I think I've shared some of these already. He's trustworthy. I love that. I love that. I feel safe and secure with him. I can tell him anything. Anything. And he doesn't make me feel ashamed. He doesn't make me feel less than, even though I know I am less than. When I've said, I am not good enough, he'll say, I am good enough. And he's saying, you don't have to be good enough because I am. He's not demoting me. He's just telling me, it's true, you're not good enough. You're right in that thinking. But the additional truth, in addition to that, let's add to that, you don't have to be good enough because I am good enough, Crystal. Oh, okay. So he's kind of putting me in my place, but at the same time, while he's saying, yes, you're not good enough, I am good enough because I'm greater than you. He's elevating himself, but he's not doing it in a way that makes me feel horrible about myself or shamed of myself. He's just saying, yeah, you're not good enough. That's okay. You don't have to be, because I am. Oh, okay. So it makes me elevate him in my mind and frees me up from having to be somebody I'm not. It's sweet. It's love. It's speaking the truth in love. It's just beautiful. So I know I can trust him. He's trustworthy. He's brave. He's strong. He's a man of extraordinary strength. He's my superhero. He has supernatural strength. He's patient. He's loving. He's kind. He's pure. Oh my God. He's pure. He's clean. No toxins in him. A man who is pure and clean. Not dirty. Doesn't make me feel dirty. He's not defiled. Doesn't make me feel defiled. He's not unclean. Doesn't make me feel unclean. He's not impure, making me feel impure. That is so big. That is so big. Because in my past, men have made me feel so dirty and so unclean and so defiled, so impure, so disgusting, like I'm nothing but a toy, a tool, an object, a piece of meat. Christ in his perfect manhood, who's so clean and pure, doesn't make me feel like that. Because he's clean. It's beautiful. I love it. He's set apart, which the word holy. Holy means set apart. He is set apart. He's like no one else. There is no other man like him. He's one of a kind. I love that about him. I love that about him. He's one of a kind. There's no one like him. He lived with integrity. Always integrity. No matter who was with him, he did the right thing, the righteous thing. Always. In his heart, in his mind, with his actions, 24/7, his entire being. He's living with integrity. You're never going to find out that he's done something wrong behind your back. The rug is not going to be pulled out from underneath you when you're in a relationship with him, because it's rock solid. He is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He's not wishy-washy. He's not double-minded. So you can rest in him, securely in him, because I've been lied to by men so many times in my life. And then you find out they lied and they were doing things behind your back, and then your whole world comes crashing down. The rug is pulled out from underneath you because they weren't living with integrity when you weren't with them. They were putting on a show. It was lies and deception. They were deceiving you. Christ has never done that. He will never do that. That's why he says, I'm the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That's one small portion of the definition of that meaning when he says, I'm the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He's saying, the way I treated The way I've been, the way I've lived my life in the past is the way I live it today and the way I live it tomorrow. I'm transparent. I am me 24/7. I'm not putting on a show. I am telling you the truth all the time. What you see is what you get. There's no fake, false narrative, no facade. It's rock solid, the same. I am the same man, no matter who I'm with and when I'm alone. I'm the same man. Same man. I don't know if that gets you as a woman, but that gets me. Because I have seen so many men be one person when they're alone and a different person when they're with you. I've seen I worked at a gas station for, I want to say 2 or 3 months, a few years ago. I cannot tell you how many married men came in and hit on me. So many men came in. It was a deluge of men that would come in, want my number, give me their number, ask me out, say a lot of stuff to me. I had one man who was a preacher and wanted me to be his mistress, and he was going to put me up and make all my dreams come true. Like the things he said to me, I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Then there was this one man that came in, and he had been in and out, him and his wife, before. And he pulls up. I see him pull up. His wife's in the passenger seat. I'm looking at him out the window. He comes in, comes up to the cash register, and he's asking me out. Like he's hitting on me, asking me, some inappropriate things. While I'm looking at his wife through the window in his car. And I was thinking, you didn't do that when she was in here with you. Christ would never do that to you. Will never do that to you. He will never play behind your back. That's incredible. He's obedient to his Father. He's submissive. Christ is the epitome of submission. He's the definition. That man who is a leader among leaders, the King of all kings, is humble enough to submit to his Father. He just obeys. So secure in his manhood that he obeys his Father. Whatever his Father tells him to do, that's what he does. Wherever his Father tells him to go, that's where he goes. Whatever he sees his Father doing, he just joins in and does it. He's so secure in his manhood that he bows himself humbly before his Father and obeys. Why does he do that? Because he loves his bride. And if you want to get into the betrothal covenant with him, that would include you. He knows that Father knows what's best for you. And what was best for you was for him to be crucified for you. Out of love, he submitted to his Father, and he laid down his life for you. That's the most powerful love ever. That's how highly he thinks of women. He laid down his life for a woman. Many women. Men, women, children, as part of the bride. He had my best interest at heart, always. He has your best interest at heart, always. His bride is his heart. Everything he does is for Father, for her. That's a love that's beyond beautiful. He cares about what I need. He cares about my feelings. I knew that. One of the reasons why I had no problem entering into the betrothal covenant with Christ was because before he asked me to spread my legs for him, he laid down his life and died for me. He didn't just say, I love you. He showed me. He's not a man who says, hey, honey, I'd like to hook up with you. Let's go to bed. Let's get it on. He saw my value and worth and said, she's worth working for and she's worth dying for. I'm going to show her that. I'm going to prove my love to her before I ask her into bed. Wow. That's how men are supposed to treat women today. And women are supposed to expect their man to do that for them. Men and women today are so insecure, they don't do that. They're so desperate for love and intimacy that they hook up, screw around, thinking that that's intimacy and that's love. And that's not what that is. That's using and abusing someone else as a drug for a hit to make you feel better. It's a snort of cocaine. It's a shot of heroin. It's a toke of, marijuana. You're using and abusing someone else to get some pleasure, temporary pleasure, to make yourself feel better. Christ is so strong that he said, I'm not going to use and abuse a woman. I'm going to wait. Remember I said patient, loving, kind. He's patiently waiting still to be intimate with his bride. Still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting to have love and intimacy with his bride. And people on this planet can't even wait 24 hours before they got to get on porn or get on social media and get a hit off of a woman or hook up with a man. Like, it's disgusting. It's just disgusting. It's vile to see. He cares about what I need, and he cares about my feelings. He cares about my value and worth. He doesn't want to use and abuse me like men out there want to use and abuse women, just like women want to use and abuse men. He elevated me over his flesh, his male flesh, the flesh of his loins. He put me first. He died to his own flesh and said, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. She's worth waiting for. He's selfless. Selflessly serves. servant leadership. Through submission and obedience to Father out of love for me, for you. Wow. He's forgiving. So forgiving. I make a mistake. I come and I say, I'm sorry. Got that wrong. Help me not to make that mistake again. Okay, honey. Great. I'm glad that you got that. Okay, let's move on. How many people hold things against someone they claim to love? They bring it up and bring it up and bring it up. Never forgiving them. He's so loving and so forgiving. Once it's forgiven, it's done. He's mature. The maturity in him. Fully ripe. All of the fruits, all of his character traits are fully ripe. Beautiful. He is everything I have ever needed in a man because he satisfies and meets my needs. He fulfills that manhood that I needed. I don't have to worry about anything regarding anything. I don't have to worry about anything regarding anything with him as my partner. He's got my back. He's got my front. He's got my sides. He's the all-encompassing shield. He's my rear guard, my front guard. He's got my back. He's got my front. He hugs me from behind. He hugs me in front. He wraps his arms around me. The all-encompassing shield. He's got me fully. I love that so much. He is my life partner eternally. I don't ever have to worry about him wanting to divorce me because I'm not good enough for him or I'm not satisfying him. As long as I obey Father, the way I look at it is Christ as the male oxen, I'm the female oxen. We are yoked, together. Father is the farmer. Father's giving Christ and I directions, and we move together at the same time in the same speed, plowing the field at the same pace, moving in the same direction, looking at the same things, reading the same page on the same line, the same word at the same time. That's how I look at it. We're reading together, we're reading the same page, on the same page, in the same paragraph, in the same sentence, the same word, the same time. We're yoked together, two oxen. He's not going this way and I'm going this way, or we're just not even yoked. We're plowing together. Same pace, same speed, same rate. Both listening to Father. We're both obeying Father at the same time. He's not lording over me. I'm not lording over him. We're equal partners going together at the same speed. It's great. Love it. He's my partner. My life partner. He's my provider. I don't always like the way he provides. I'm just saying, and I tell him that often. Okay. He provides for my needs. He doesn't always provide for my wants, because sometimes my wants aren't what I need. And they're not always what I really wanted. I thought I wanted money, but what I really wanted was freedom from the enslavement of money. See? And he's my protector. He's always protecting me from the enemy. Always. The lies and deception that the enemy spews out of his mouth, and I can get tangled up in, used to be tangled up in, he set me free from all of those, which keeps me protected from the enemy. If I don't believe the lies and deception of the enemy, well then I'm not enslaved, trapped in, snared by the schemes of the enemy, because I see it so clear. I'm just like, oh, I know what that is, and that's not Christ. That's deception right there. Someone's trying to manipulate me. Like, I can usually tell when someone's lying to me. And if I can't tell, Father tells me. He just tells me. That's a lie. Okay, I thought so. Just wanted to fact check there. People can't manipulate me. I am aware of those schemes. I'm not caught unaware. I know what people are doing. Father shows me. He's always talking to me. He's always telling me the truth. The truth has set me free from the enemy, which protects me. Pretty cool. I feel like my teapot has been poured out and I'm empty. I felt like I just wanted to share about my perception of who Christ is, my feelings toward him, what I understand about his manhood. It was just some thoughts that I was having this morning. I was reflecting on Christ as a man, knowing Christ is coming. He has prepared a home for me. I'm going home. I am going to be free. To be me, to do my life. I said, I'm going home. I saw a squirrel in my head. I feel like I'm supposed to share it. I was trying to decide, am I supposed to share that? I don't really want to share that. When Mitchell was like 2-ish, we'd go to town. He was a homebody. He's still a homebody. He would just prefer to be at home. He loves people, gets along great with people, but he just preferred to be at home. He's a little snuggle bug. He'd prefer to be on the couch, snuggled up, listening to an audio book, reading a book, a real book, or, snuggling and watching something with Bobalicious. He came out the other day with a book and sat. I said, you coming out here to sit and read? He goes, yeah, I'm going to let Mavis play. I'm going to read my book. Okay. So we just sat together, Vanessa in a chair, Mr. Mitchellman in a chair, me in a chair, and we just all sat here quietly in our own little worlds. It was great. It was wonderful. But he hated going to town and running errands. It just wasn't his thing. He'd rather be at home. So every time we would stop somewhere, he'd say, are we going home now? No, son, we got to go here, here, and here. Okay. And then we'd go to the next place, get back in the vehicle. Are we going home now? I'm like, no, son, we got somewhere else to go. And then finally on the last stop, he always ask the same question. Are we going home now? And I go, yes, son, we're going home. And he'd go, yay! And he starts singing a little song he made. And it was going home, going home, going home. It was just going home over and over and over again. He'd just sit there and sing in his little car seat. Going home, going home. He was so dang cute. Oh my God. So cute. Little Archer Aspen, my grandson, reminds me so much of Mitchell in so many ways. He's this perfect cross of Donovan and Mitchell. It's crazy. So crazy. I love seeing the parents and the grandchildren. Little bug. Little protein. I could have ate it, but I didn't. He loves group hugs. Mitchell loved group hugs as a child. Archer will always want a group hug. Group hug! And he'll cry if you don't do it. So the whole family, everybody has to come and participate in the group hug. And him and little Mavis will be in the middle. And Archer always does the same thing. He puts his head up and looks at all the faces with this great big smile on his face while we're giving the group hug. So the whole family is together and he's right in the middle looking up and he just smiles. He loves group hugs. That was Mitchell. Mitchell did the same thing. Mitchell had to do group hugs. Such a tender-hearted little boy like Mitchell, but such a warrior like Donovan. It's crazy. The dynamics of this little boy. Cute. Okay. Father, is there anything else you want me to know while I'm on this video? Is there anything else you want me to say while I'm on this video? Because I feel like my teapot's been poured out and I'm empty. What do you want me to know? He said, say goodbye. Say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Okay. Goodbye.